Hello and welcome back to the channel, guys. In today's video, we're going to go ahead and service the M113K supercharger. And the reason why we're servicing it is because I wanted to get it powder coated, which went absolutely horribly wrong. Because of my mistake, you guys get to learn how to rebuild your supercharger. So if you ever run higher boost, you know exactly what to do when it comes to servicing your bearings, how much oil you need to put in the supercharger, what you need to do and able to get everything situated and how to take it apart and so forth. So that being said, let's get into it.
All right, so we started working on this supercharger. I need to change these two bearings. I had to remove it. Unfortunately, I couldn't take any video because I was alone and I couldn't. So anyways, I'm gonna explain what I did. So the bearings, I couldn't push it out easily. What I did, I took it to the press machine and pressed it from inside out. So I pressed it out. It somehow, if you see those pores inside, you can see a little bit here inside. There are some trenches practically. So the manufacturer installed the new bearing. Now, these are the new bearings. It has some kind of little trenches here also, like a some kind of seal space or whatever you call it. So what they do, they put the new ones in and then they pour liquid plastic through these holes in order to make it safe so that it doesn't come out. So they pressure the hot liquid plastic through this hole, and it comes, and as soon as it comes out through this hole, that is almost around this, it's like a seal practically. The bearing does not move or does not come out by itself. So what they did, they drilled practically from here all the way through here, both sides, and then they pour the thing. It comes through this hole out and runs over and pours out here. So that makes it safe, like a snap ring. And this is the stuff that I drilled. It's plastic from here, these holes. And now I'm debating, these are the pieces that it was between these. On this one it's still there, on the old one, but this was in the supercharger. So I don't know what I'm gonna find to, once I install the new ones, to put some kind of liquid in order to keep it nice and safe so it doesn't move out or it doesn't come out anymore. So we'll see. I will search a little bit more about it, see if I can get that kind of material.
So I'm going to take this moment to explain why we are where we are with the supercharger and why everything is torn apart. The reason why everything is where it's at is because I wanted to get it powder coated. I wanted to have this beautiful, vibrant gold supercharger, and I found a really pretty color on prismatic powders, and I wanted to get that color on my blower. Now, when we first took the blower there, it was fully assembled. We did take out the oil, but not all of it. So when the painter painted on the first coat, it all basically went and got contaminated with oil. It just didn't come out right. Not to mention that he wasn't able to lay a proper coating, given that the supercharger is so wavy with that waffle pattern. A lot of it was pretty heavy in some spots and pretty light in other spots. The color looked like barf when he was done with it. So he recoated it 4 times, and then in one of those times he sandblasted the seams. So we figured that, okay, some sand probably got into the bearings. We were just basically needing to rebuild a supercharger because of all of that. Now, This is totally my fault. I didn't know any better. It's best to paint your supercharger. It's not worth it painting the supercharger with powder coat. It's better to just use a rattle can while it's in the engine bay. There's no point in taking it out unless you're going to be swapping the throttle body, the ported snout if you get that from VRP Speed, and so forth. But all of this stuff is completely unnecessary for most people unless you are going to run higher boost. If you're running higher boost, I recommend swapping out those bearings because for most people after 10,000 miles, there's no lubricant on those bearings, and we didn't find any lubricant on those bearings. So I highly recommend swapping out those bearings. And yeah. We can put the bearings in.
You're putting the bearing?
Yeah, it's pretty. Slides right in. More. Yeah. Go.
I can see.
Yeah, you're doing it. You're good. Yeah, that should be good. You have it ready? No.
That's open. But how about this?
This is
Make
ready.
sure
It's ready to
open.
go.
Make it straight.
Out.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Just this thing. Okay, done. Good, good. So fill up this a little bit. Clean up that.
Get a towel. Was that filled when you?
Yeah, fill it up all the way to the top. Good. Okay.
This is coming out. Gold's facing this way. This.
Why it didn't come?
I don't know. I guess they stopped selling them with the clamps. So as far as these gears go that are in the front of the supercharger, it is completely unnecessary to take them apart. But if you do end up taking them apart for whatever reason, I highly recommend you pay attention to whatever Dad has to say, because he somehow figured out how to put them back in together after like an hour or two of trying to figure it out. And they are extremely challenging to put back together. So again, I will say try to pay attention as much as possible to how we did it. We put some markings on some of these gears and so forth, but make sure you cool them down, make sure you use heat, and just follow whatever we do.
Have to turn it until we get these aligned. So that is the hardest part.
Technically, if you align these two holes that it's supposed to go inside, isn't it supposed to just sit going like nicely? Like,
Yeah, I put a mark here. See? And I marked on that one too. Where is it? Watch it's out. Here. So it's supposed to sit like this. See?
mm-hmm.
So now we gotta.
We have to turn this.
I know we have to turn it and then make sure we align.
As it's going in.
No, it should go. It doesn't matter actually. We can still turn this if it is hot enough. We can turn it, and afterwards, you see I cleaned up these holes, these notches. And once we put it in, if we can turn it a little bit here and adjust it, that should be fine. But as long as it is almost there. So the trick is, when you put the gears together, you have to put the hole a little bit offside, because when it turns it goes to the left, so practically it moves.
When it comes in, it goes to the left?
Yeah, so it moves in. So that was our main problem.
Which went in first?
Unless you put them all together, but you put the small one first, the big one is easier to put in. So that's it. There is no, I'm pretty much sure that I know. There are some people, they use torque wrench.
Yeah, I'm not the only one dealing with the problem of the mounting for the...
Alright, here's the supercharger pulley. This one was bent a little bit while we were removing it. So I'm trying to see if we can fix it up. So even if I put this new part on, you can still see a little bit gap. There's no gap is a big gap. So that's why I rather fix it than put it back together. So what I prepared is, I'm gonna go back here with the press machine. So I have some tools. So I'm gonna find something. At least this is a good one. See if it works. And the opposite way. It's enough room there. So perfect. This is gonna go perfect here. And put this on the top. And perfect. So maybe I should heat it up a little bit. Let's get the torch. All right. All right, let's try our luck. Should be enough, I hope. Check it out. Looks like it's hot a little bit. See, perfect, amazing, love it. Yes, success.